Yeah, I know it get hard out here sometimes and you feel like giving up, but if you woke up this morning, that means you got a chance and you need to do something with it. Licking shots in the air cause we made it. Waving shots in the air cause we faded. Life beat you down, got you a little jaded. Thought you found your soulmate, now you're separated. Rolling up your sleeves and making a resolution. Trying to buy a crib and hoping you get approving. This year I hope you get everything that you want. And look how far we come in a matter of 12 months.
Yeah, it's a new day. It's a new chance for us to find our way. It's a new year. It's a new day. Starting it over. Starting the day.
That's right. We starting it over. We starting today. No excuses. We out here. Hey, 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 hey. Come on.
It's a new year. It's a new day. It's a new chance for us to find our way. It's a new year. It's a new day. We're starting it over. Starting the day. New year. New day. New year. New day.
Welcome back to the show. This is a Woman Wednesday. So, as I mentioned earlier, the little story I told back in the day in the Chuck, that's what they call it, Charleston, the Chuck. The little story I told earlier, the guy who I knew, my friend that introduced me to his friends, the Charleston crew, the Chucktown crew, he was listening. And called me during the break just now. He's like, man, I'm glad you didn't mention my name. I wouldn't mention your name. And I mean, hell, this is, 93, 2003, 13. This is like 25 years ago, okay? So I wouldn't mention nobody's name. I don't want to, indict anybody, or whatever the word is. I don't want to do anything like that. But he was like, yeah, I remember that story. Yeah, I gotta stop hanging out with you guys. you guys talking about pulling the trigger, who's gonna pull the trigger. Hey, man, I ain't about that life. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I ain't about that life. You guys are some, and I always heard this about you Charleston boys. You guys are some real gangsters. You guys are some real gangsters. I can't do anything with this. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. Let's talk a little bit of entertainment. Yeah, let's do that. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Can't fool with y'all, boys. So today's date is May 24th, 2017. Once again, a Woman Wednesday. What's the Answer Wednesday? Shouts out to all of the Stewies, everybody tuned in today. Thank you for listening. Speaking of which, 1 p.m., the return of the Jeff Fox Show, right here on WSME. And at 2 p.m., you've got John Fisher's Cooking with the Microwave, Patty Cake Microwave, right here on WSME as well. So I've been noticing over the last couple of days, maybe in the last week or so, man, the numbers for the other shows have been going up as well, exponentially. So, man, we appreciate it. I'm telling you, give these other show hosts a chance, man. Good stuff. Way better stuff than you hear on most of these other terrestrial radio networks. All right, so tune in to the other great shows and show hosts that we have on WSME. I promise you, you won't be dissatisfied. All right, so today celebrating their 72nd birthday is the great Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle turns 72 years of age. Born, raised in Philadelphia, PA. Before she became famous, she listened to jazz and doo-wop and sang a solo at Beulah Baptist Church when she was 12 years of age. Her mother adopted Claudette Grant, who would become her best friend. So the great Patti LaBelle turned 72 years of age today. Happy birthday to her. Also turning 37 years of age today is Tracy McGrady, who just got elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame. I don't think they've elected. Have they already had the ceremony? I don't think they have had the ceremony yet. That Tracy McGrady was a bad boy. He was a bad boy. Tracy McGrady turns 37 years of age today. Happy birthday to him. The Atlanta Braves own Bartolo Colon turns 43 years of age today. What? Bartolo Colon is every bit of 55. Bartolo Colon was 43 years of age 10 years ago. Whatever. But anyway, what was he? Like the second starter right now for the Braves? Yeah, I believe he's like the second starter right now for the Braves. And man, if he didn't die, today would have been the birthday of the great Heavy D. The diddly dilly 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 D. Rest in peace, Heavy D. Damn, that's crazy, man. Heavy D gone home to glory. Heavy D born 1967, died in 2011. Way too soon, man. You gotta be careful, man. And knock on wood. It's crazy how people that are around my age, people that got started in music, entertainment, whatever, around my age, are leaving here. It's crazy. Cortez Kennedy. I was going to bring this up later on today, but Cortez Kennedy, no better time than right now, probably in talking about Heavy D. The great Cortez Kennedy, man, University of Miami, dominant defensive tackle, man, passed on at the age of 48 himself, which is just tragic. You talk about a dominating player, man. Played his entire career for the Seattle Seahawks, went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2012. Died at the age of 48 in Orlando. The former defensive tackle's death is not being ruled as any type of foul play. I mean, they're just saying that the guy died. Obviously, you would think, and we haven't gotten any confirmation of this, but you would think that because of his size, man, obesity, and that type of thing probably affected his health. The 1992 Defensive Player of the Year, made 8 Pro Bowls, had 58 sacks, which is a crazy number for a defensive tackle. Defensive tackles don't get 58 sacks. Interior defensive linemen, they don't get 58 sacks. Okay? Unless your name is Ndamukong Suh or one of his teammates, as a matter of fact, Russell Maryland. You remember Russell Maryland? You don't get 58 sacks playing in the middle of the damn field. He was named to the AP's 1990s All-Decade Team. Once again, credited with 448 tackles, 6 forced fumbles, 5 fumble recoveries, and 3 interceptions at 330 pounds. Here's a quote. Cortez was the heart and soul of the Seahawks through the 1990s and endeared himself to fans all across the Pacific Northwest. As a player who played with a selfish and relentless approach to the game, the Seattle Seahawks said in a statement. The 3rd overall pick in the 1990 draft. It was an All-American at the University of Miami. It was the Hurricanes' 1989 National Championship player as well. Oh, that 89 championship team. So 89, who was the head coach? Who was the head coach in '89? Was it Erickson or was it '89? Was it Jimmy Johnson still? I don't remember exactly, to be honest with you. But that's that team that had the quarterback was Craig Erickson. They had Leonard Conley at running back. They had Randall Thrill Hill. They had Leon Searcy, who played many, many years in the NFL. And defensively, that's right. I'm looking at it right now. I pulled it up. They had Russell Maryland. Russell Maryland was on that team. Cortez Kennedy was on that defense. Ryan McNeil. You may not remember Ryan McNeil, but Ryan McNeil played defensive back for Miami and also played for the Lions. So Ryan McNeil played for the Detroit Lions for many years. And him and my brother were real cool. And we actually hung out with him a couple of times when I went to Detroit to see the Lions games. But they had a squad. I mean, Miami teams always had a squad. They had dominant, legendary, historical type squads. But the great Cortez Kennedy gone home in glory at the age of 48. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. If you haven't heard, just a quick little mention, Meek Mills and Nicki Minaj are no more. Word on the street is that Nicki Minaj is dating Nas. Imagine how their baby would come out spitting. Here's a quote from Nicki Minaj. "He's so dope," she said. "He's a king. He's such a king." Shout out to Queens, New York. I have to say that. We're both from Queens. And he is the king of Queens, and I like to think I'm the queen of Queens. You ain't no damn queen of Queens. So she's not really acknowledging that her and dude are dating, but allegedly they've been seen out a bunch of different places together. And also Chuck D's getting screwed by a deal that's shutting down his effort to tell the Public Enemy story. So he claims in a new lawsuit, the legendary rapper suing Alt House Productions because he says he agreed to let the fledgling company produce a documentary about Spectrum City, the group that eventually became Public Enemy. Chuck says the deal did not give the company exclusive rights to its story or Public Enemies. In documents, Chuck admits signing an amendment to the deal which had a clause about his life story, but says he didn't have a lawyer present and had no clue what he was signing. Chuck D, I love you to death. You know that. Huge Public Enemy fan. The Stews came out to Public Enemy for almost 12 years. But you signed the paper, your ass is grass. I hate it, man. And I'm not a lawyer. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer. Maybe we have a lawyer listening to the show, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Maybe we have a lawyer listening to the show. Is that possible? Like, would that hold up in a court of law? He signed the document, but he's going back now and saying because he didn't have a lawyer there that it shouldn't be valid. I don't think it works like that. I've watched enough Judge Judy to know it doesn't go down like that. Yeah. Chuck D says another production company wants to tell Public Enemy's story, but the deal with Alt is screwing everything up. He's suing to block Alt from locking up rights to his or the legendary group story. Man, we've been seeing these little biographies, biopics lately. The Tupac movie is about to come out here pretty soon. You know, they did the NWA story. They did the Biggie Small story. Man, when I tell you I'd be the first one in line to see the Public Enemy story, believe that. Believe that. Believe that. I will be the first one in line, but I think Chuck made a big mistake, man. I think he made a big mistake. You can't. I don't think it works like that. Judge Mathis will tell you that. Judge Judy, Judge Wapner, they all tell you that. You sign the damn paper. You sign the damn paper. So we'll see, man. 404-382-0338.